just my morning routine I do every morning at the shop here. My channel is about just my journey of growing a business. And what it looks like in real life to own and start and run a business. It's messy, it's dirty, it's hard. It's not some Instagram perfect. The guys need tarps every day for their jobs. So we launder them every day, because to me, a customer having clean tarps is very important. So when we open up tarps in a home, it's clean. We like to put fresh smell in this too. So for the women out there, they like the smells. And so when we open up a tarp, it has a nice smell on it. Everything I have here, and if you watch my videos, everything I have fully thought through and turned into a system. Whether that system is the most efficient or the correct system, I think so. But obviously there's room for improvement everywhere. But every single thing I have here, I have thought through the reason why I do it. For example, tarps, I have a full video on how I do tarps. We have 2 machines. Each machine I put 2 tarps in regardless of the size. We have 2 sizes, long runners, big square ones. And how I hang them here so they dry most efficiently, I have done in a very specific system so it dries. I do the speed wash. It says 34 minutes, but in reality it's like 45. So that way I can get through fast, and I do extra rinse cycles because we do drywall and it's very dusty. So you need to get all that dust out. Might be the last tarp. The guys haven't unloaded their vans yet, so we'll have more tarps when the guys get here. We're currently trying to find a lot tech to help out with this type of stuff. Guys closer here. So this is pretty typical for what a day looks like for trash. Just check and make sure this is all functioning here. Yeah. Okay. Running, in my opinion, running a successful business is about just the little details. Right? This is messy. This is what I'm doing here isn't. Honestly, these are still pretty good. These plastics are about $2 each. I was going to throw them away. They must have laid them on just dust barrier. So we're going to save these. I'm going to kind of wrap them up. They're about $2 each, so if I can save them, why wouldn't I want to? If they start getting really gross, we'll discard them. That one's like cut in half. They're also like cut in half, but just the technicians are trying to save on them, which I appreciate. Again, if whoever's watching, I can't see. This is just me starting running the business, struggles and successes with it. There's not a lot of glory in owning a business. When you take your vacations and spend your money, you know, that's the glorious part, but those are only tiny. You only get that every once in a while. 90% of the time I have to be out doing grunt work. Not grunt work, but I have to be out growing the business. It's not all like throwing money around kind of a situation. I don't know why we have so much plastic. That's like $20 worth of plastic right there. We have the guys just bulk trash their stuff. At the end of the day, they're tired. We just want them to grab their stuff and throw it in the van. And then we have them do this. Because the point is so they can work more on the field. The more we can keep them productive on the field, the more top line we're going to get, right? Because if they're doing this themselves, this necessarily isn't making money, right? This isn't bringing money into the bank account. But if they're out doing a repair, that is. So we want the talent to be working, and we want a lot tech in this position, ideally. So we have some part-time position doing this. If you need something done, you generally try to hire it out. This takes me about 2 hours a day. It's a long time. That's what's currently doing. I'm going to wait till the sun comes up to take the trash out, and then I'm going to spray this down to get this all really clean. So we'll get as good as we can here today. I find, or at least in my made-up world, you keep a clean shop, the guys feel better about their existence. They feel like they're coming into a clean job, and they just feel better. Like you care. Unfortunately, perception is reality. The truth doesn't matter. I mean, I do care very much, but the truth doesn't matter. If they perceive a dirty place, perceive a messy situation, they potentially will perceive that I don't care. Without the employees, we struggle. Without customers, we struggle. So the same method for customers, we want them to perceive us professionally. I think sometimes, like, what other business owners are doing this very thing right now in the world? Doing the grunt, ugly work, try to grow their stupid business. Instead of sleeping or playing a video game. To me, that's the successes. Keep going. This is a kerosene heater, by the way. According to the box, I can use it indoors. That's as far as I know about it. I try my best, I'm on camera here, but we have several filters around the shop here to filter the air. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 independent pieces of filter that we have hardwired up to the shop to keep the air clean. And I'm not like perfect on turning them on, but we do have that system to try to keep health. There's a lot of dust here, but they're just very noisy. I find with these trash cans, I have to take the tabs, and I find the handle, and I do that. It's just another silly, small system. You need systems. Because this bag is too small for this can, and then I have to take the handles and kind of stretch it. So if I were to have done it any other way, it wouldn't have worked. I also take a finger, put a hole in it, kind of evacuates the air in there as the weight comes in. We're going to mix some mud. I haven't done this in a little while. So this mud here, it's winter right now. Let's get a better shot. So it's winter right now. So at the end of the day, because I'm trying to make things as easy as possible for the guys. So I have them either bring in the mud at the end of the day, this finishing mud, or they forget about it and it freezes, and then it's, partly frozen. What I have found, if I can get to this early enough before it deep freezes, I still can use it. It's not a problem. But I ask them to put their partials here, and then I mix them up again. So I'm going to take a power mixer, mix these up, and consolidate them, then put them back on the shelf. Because what's the worst is when a technician gets to a job, he cracks open his finishing mud, and it's all separated. Productivity. So if I can do that for them now, when they take mud, they can trust it, right? That obviously makes sense. Every system I have here, I have thoroughly thought through. Again, whether it's the right system. I have the bucket knife, but I just don't know where one is right now. Everything I do, I've thoroughly thought through. Whether that's the right decision or not, at least I've thought it through. Trying to find an extension cord. Here we go. Everything I've done here, really, I've done for a reason. But any advice anybody has, I'd love to hear about it, because I love having thought experiments about, like, oh, is this way faster, cheaper, more efficient, better mental headspace? Because that's a big one, the mental of it. That even if it's a little less efficient, a little less productivity, if it's going to keep an employee longer or a customer longer, it's better. Let's take a look at this. So see the separation? Oops. I don't know if you can see it. So there's like liquid in there. Oh, you see that? So that's actually not liquid, it's glue. So that one had froze just a little bit. So that's the glue separating from the mud or whatever. So if I were to pour that off, my mud's less gluey and it's going to delaminate on the wall. So I mix it back in. And I've been doing this for 8 years now, and I know the label says don't do this, but I've been doing this for 8 years and I don't see, there's no problem. Like, I have not had a problem in the hundreds of thousands of repairs that's been done here doing this. And every winter we do this. In the summer we don't have this problem, but tighten this up. I'm going to kind of half combine it like this, pinch it with my feet. I'm going to keep going until it's really smooth. Try not to hit the sides because it'll scrape the plastic and leave plastic shards in the mud. Because when a technician takes this, we want them to feel good about it. So this one's done. I'm going to put it back on the shelf. And what the system I have, if it's on the shelf, we have a pallet back there. If it's on the pallet, they know they can 100% trust it to take it. They don't have to crack it open. If it's not on the shelf, don't, or at least question it. Open it if you run out or something. So set this down. And I haven't done this in a little while. We have 3 technicians in Utah right now. And so this is obviously multiple days. It's maybe a week or 2 worth. I don't do this much because I'm just busy, you know. It's just real life. So 1 second, guys. I'll be back in like 30 seconds. So I'm going to write back, fellas. Hang on. You with me still? Yeah. Okay. All right, so we'll mix this one up. I like to do this. It kind of breaks up the liquid. That's another one. If they're low, this one's a tiny bit, it's missing just a little bit. So I'm gonna set it off to the side, because maybe I can put more mud in it. Maybe one of these are really low. Like this one's felt low. We'll see if it's low enough to fit it. Time is gone. I gotta stop this in about 5 minutes. I gotta do a morning meeting and stuff like that with the guys. This will be my last bucket here. I'll sign off. That one's pretty low. Where's my 6-inch? I gotta track down my bucket scoop. Oh, it's over there. My bucket scoop makes it much easier. There's a knife that's shaped like this that you scoop it out easier. It's just in a van or something. We have one for each van. Maybe somebody accidentally took 2 or something like that. Because what we don't want to have happen is, like, let's say that much is left over, and the technician is like, oh, I'm done with this, I'll grab a new one, and this is trash. You know, they go through one of these a week maybe, because we just do repair. And then times that by all our technicians, 3 here, 1 in Colorado, Seattle. It's a lot of mud waste. So the $10 the curved knife costs, well worth it. I just don't have it at the moment. You know, if you're still watching, tell me where you're from. Tell me who you are. Love to hear about you. We'll get our other knife and get the rest of that. But really, that's it. Here, so I'm going to put this one on the shelf. And again, the purpose of this is so a lot tech is doing this so the technicians can work more in the field. If the technician had to mix his own stuff like this after the separation, we're getting productivity loss. So if somebody's at the shop doing it, we get more productivity because the technicians are making more money because this doesn't make money.